You guys see that bunny right there? We just had a stare off when I walked out the window. Oh, now he's gone. I think I'm gonna move to this chair to find a comfy little spot. So, well, as we know, I'm Sid, and today we are going to, wow, that's Michigan for you. Over here the sky is still deciding if it is going to rain or not. I wanted to come out here and just thank the sun for a minute. I guess I didn't do gardening. I did landscaping in preparation for gardening in the ground this year, which we'll see how that goes. Last year it was just pots, and I think this year it's going to be pots and in ground, because actually, do you guys want to see the babies, as we call them? That's some of the babies. Some of them are going to go in the ground. The tomatoes and peppers, I think, are going to go, or at least as many as can fit in the area that I cleared out. And then I think broccoli and cauliflower are going to go in pots. And we'll see what else we can do. I had so many... We're going to go a little off topic before we get into the video. The video is going to be about worshiping the sun. But I mean, plants worship the sun, don't they? At least I think they do. I hope they do. I feel like they do. So my dad had a ginormous cherry tomato plant last year. So naturally a bunch of the cherry tomatoes fell to the ground, and I mean a bunch were eaten as well, but some just fell and they were left there. And I mean there's lots of seeds in every cherry tomato. So I didn't know this, my dad didn't know this, but this year a bunch of them just sprouted into literally 175, maybe 225 cherry tomato plants. So I gave a bunch of them away to coworkers and just anyone who would take them, really. So that's why there's like a lot of tomato plants. Not all of them are mine. I wish. That would be great if I had like some ketchup sauce company or something, then I would have that many. But I cannot eat all those. I would have to can them, and I wouldn't even eat them if I canned them. But anyways, let's get into the video. I love the sun. The sun is our star. I love our star. And this isn't a video that is meant to be about the moon, because I mean, that is another topic, but it is related to the sun, some might say. A lot of the people think of the sun and they think of the moon as well. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm still getting downloads about the moon sometimes, and it's getting to be back into more of a balance now. But I feel like last year I was getting a lot of downloads about the negative side of the moon, and now I'm getting back into, okay, the balance is good. The polarity, I guess, is kind of needed, but because that's just what this planet is an expression of. It's an expression of like polarity and this and that and the good and the bad and the high vibe and the low vibe and the sun and the moon and whatever. And I used to be someone who I really liked the moon. I've also always felt like the moon was more masculine and the sun was more feminine, and I still feel like that. That's just me, because it's like the sun, it gives us life, and then the moon is it kind of controls things. Not that masculine energy always controls things, but it's just that's just kind of how I viewed it. The moon I viewed as more of a protector, and the sun I viewed as more of that light and that life bringer and portal of energy, more like a woman. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of other people say that the sun is masculine and the moon's feminine. I've just simply never really felt like that. But not to say that the moon is negative, but I just feel like there's some twisted intentions with its creation. I do believe it was made by extraterrestrial species and placed there strategically. But like I said, that's a different topic, and it's not a video about how the moon is negative. It's just a video about appreciating the sun. And I wish she was out more. She's kind of setting now. It's that time of day. But I did want to just thank her and bless her and ask her to keep my plants healthy this year, which I tell my babies I love them every single day. But yeah, this was next on my list of videos because I knew I wanted to do a video about the sun around this time of year. And I feel like I thought it was gonna be a quick video, but I can talk a lot about the sun. It's our star. And I wish we referred to it more of a star, like as a star instead of like a sun, because I feel like it takes away a little bit from like, this is our star, like there's all these wonderful stars and we're like, oh, shooting stars and all of this stuff, and it's like, but our sun is a star. Shooting stars aren't even stars usually, I don't think. They're like comets or meteors, but the sun is a star. And it's like, whoa, when you think a star, it sounds far away and like just super beautiful, and it's like, our sun is that. Like, our sun is freaking amazing, and it's sending us solar flares that we need to soak up. And then there's this whole topic of sunscreen and sunglasses and sun protection. Yes, you can get sunburned. It's possible. I've gotten sunburned a few times in my life. Not a lot really, but I mean, maybe once or twice every year. I've never worn sunscreen that much. As a kid, I never really wanted to put it on. I did because my parents told me to. But as an adult, it's like I consciously choose not to put it on. There's like a few times that I've put it on within the past few years just because I kind of overthink it. And if I've eaten junk food lately, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. Because I have this theory that if you have a really healthy diet and if you put really healthy products on your skin, your scalp, your hair, whatever, like if the products you use, if the food you consume, if everything your body is consuming is healthy and non-toxic, then your body shouldn't have a toxic reaction from the sun. Like, it's not supposed to. But if you're consuming things that are unhealthy, that's when your body can have this chemical reaction burn from the sun. That's what I kind of believe that it is. And then there's a thing with like people who have more fair skin can get sunburned more easily. And I'm still kind of trying to receive the information for that. I just think it kind of has to do with genetics and soul groups and past lives. People of certain earthly human races and like genetics tend to have past lives associated with those certain genetics. So I think that is also where it comes from, of being more fair skin and getting sunburnt more easily. However, even if people with, not super fair skin, but it's all a spectrum, right? I don't have like the toughest skin ever. I have sensitive skin, but it's not super fair, if that makes sense. So my skin's really sensitive, but not really to the sun. Like I said, I don't get sunburnt unless I know I ate a lot of junk food the past few weeks. But if I've ate healthy the past few weeks, I don't get sunburnt, even if I'm in the sun for a really long time. Like, my face always gets like tan. Like, I get tan pretty easily. But I don't really get burnt, like I said, unless I'm consuming products that would have a reaction to the sun. And I don't wear sunglasses anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time I wore sunglasses. I just look at the sun. I mean, not directly for that long, but I sun gaze, and I think that's okay. I star gaze. I look at my star with my eyes, with no sunglasses on, and I soak up that solar flare. And I don't know if it's good or bad for my eyes, but when it feels right, I do it. So I trust my gut more than I trust any health agency, and I think that's okay. I'm not advocating that other people do that, but that's just what I do. And hey, that is okay. So I just wanted to make this video and remind y'all to worship the sun, and of course just worship all of nature. But it's like, our star is, I guess you could say, the main reason we're alive. Like, we wouldn't be living in these bodies if it wasn't for our star. We'd be living some other way. But it's like, we gotta thank the blessings that we have right now. And I don't mean to sound all, oh, I'm so blessed, but it's like, we are. I usually stray away from that word, but it's like, we gotta give gratitude and appreciation for what we have. Because what we have is pretty freaking great. Even if things in our life aren't going exactly how we want them to go right now, it's like, you're still living on this cool ass rock. Might not be your favorite rock, but is probably one of mine. Like, this is actually a really cool place. Like, it's really beautiful. We have an awesome star, and she gives us so much information. Like, my favorite tree to talk to, my favorite tree is right here in front of me, and I often talk to the sun and this tree, usually kind of at the same time. It's a really beautiful balance of energy. So go to your favorite tree right now, or just your favorite spot, your favorite bush, your favorite flower, your favorite piece of land. I love the land that I'm on right now. I'm really connected to the grass and the soil of this yard, partially because I've put a lot of my blood in this yard. But yeah, thank the sun for keeping you warm enough to live and for growing your food. And ask her to shoot through all of those gross chemtrails that they're trying to block her with. And just, you are part of the sun, I believe. If you're here on Earth, you have a part of your collective consciousness in the sun. There are beings who are like solar beings who have a greater piece of them within that collective consciousness of our star, the sun, because they choose to, and that's where part of their energy resides. But I feel like all of us have at least a tiny little sliver of her collective consciousness, because it's us. I mean, we're all connected, we're all one. So, I mean, even that tiny sliver at least, but even greater than that, because we're on this planet that is powered by the sun, that is given life to our bodies through the sun. So it's like we're a part of the sun in that sense. So just thank that higher self part of you, that higher soul fractal of you that's giving you life right now. Like, that's so whoa to think about. But yeah, I invite you to think about that. Think thoughts like that. Think those thoughts. Think those things. Think those things. Peace out.